Okay, let's fix that camera up. There we go. Hello everyone, it is Foul Play here, and we are back again. Today we're going to be playing some Burn here. So I actually found this list online. I saw that it did fairly well, so I'm going to pick up the list and run it myself. So it's basically your standard Boros Burn deck, but with an additional thing, with a bit of spice. So today we're going to be running a playset. That's the full 4 of Wayward Guide Beast. Now this card got it's been in the format for a little while now. No one's really seems to have adopted it, or at least not from what I've seen. And yeah, I came up against a deck. It 4-0'd. I came up against this person. I checked his list. And yeah, he 4-0'd with this list in a preliminary. So we're going to take the exact 75 and run it, and yeah, and try to do just as good. So interestingly enough, there is actually no copies of Lightning Helix in this list. We've seen a little bit of a falling off of Heliod recently. There's been a little bit of a retraction in the number of people playing that deck. So it seems like a decent time to pick up Burn again. But obviously with all the prowess running around, Searing Blaze is going to be a fantastic. And actually the Wayward Guide Beast can actually help you trigger your landfall as well, which is pretty spicy. So other than that, usual inclusions of Goblin Guide, Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Monastery Swiftspear, Boros Charm, Eidolon the Great Rebel, Skullcrack, and Skewer the Critics. There is no Rift Bolt in this list either. So obviously this person wants to be very quick, low to the ground. Suspend's not where he really wants to be. And with the sideboard, we've got Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate, Core Firewalker for Red Deck Hate. We've got Skullcrack for extra life gain, so we've got the 4th one of those there. We just go ahead and pull across my trade real quick so we can get back into this. Okay, cool. And then we've also got Smash to Smithereens as a 4 of, which was a little bit surprising to me, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, Eldrazi-tron's pretty big, and Chalice of the Void's an issue. And then we got Deflecting Palm as well as a 4 of. So I'm pretty excited about the Deflecting Palm in particular. But yep, that's the deck, everyone. We're going to jump into a league, get it happening, and see how good this deck is. I'm pretty keen for it. So yeah, I've played a little bit of Burn back in the day. Actually, I've only ever been to 2 GPs, and my first ever GP that I was in around Boros Burn, and I think it was like 7-2 day 1. And then day 2, I was 1 win off of cashing. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite get there. I ended up versing like the mirror match and getting destroyed. And then a Jeskai control deck and absolutely getting wrecked by Lightning Helix plus Snapcaster Mage. Sand looks like a very good start. Let's keep it. Get into it. Got double creature and 9 points of burn. I guess in most cases we're going to run out the turn 2 Eidolon the Great Revel. But a situation where we might not is if we see a Tron land. Conclave Mentor. Alright, this looks like Heliod Company. This will be irritating. I think we just run out the Eidolon the Great Revel. We give our opponent a Prismatic Vista. Like, he can play a Heliod this turn, but he shouldn't be able to do much more than that. Then we got 9 points of burn, an extra 4 that we're attacking with, and, you know, Utopia Sprawl. I guess we potentially played into a Spike Feeder then, or we still potentially have. He's taking 2 points off the Utopia Sprawl. He'll take another 2 off the Spike Feeder if he plays that one. It could be Conclave Mentor into like Heliod or something. He's taking a lot of damage, whatever he's doing. Coco. Alright, he's just going for it. See if he just wings in this combo off the stack. Just another Arbor Elf is all he finds. So I think we might be pretty good here. Weakest Coco ever, my opponent correctly pointed out. To which I say, unlucky, man, unlucky. But hey, I'll take the win because Heliod's definitely the bad guy at the moment. Alright, so obviously the extra Skullcrack has merit here. I don't really think Smash to Smithereens is where we want to be. We could get some value. Sorry, Deflecting Palm, Smash to Smithereens. I don't really think we like either of those. So we'll bring in the Skullcrack. We'll take out maybe a Lava Spike, and that ought to do it. Sand looks pretty good as well. We'll keep. Definitely would be better on the play than on the draw here. But we've got, you know, potentially a Searing Blaze for their Mana Dork or a Conclave Mentor or something of that notion. Guide's obviously the best start. I mean, here our opponent can't just wheel out, for example, a Spike Feeder, right? Technically, I should probably play the Arid Mesa there and thin the library by 1, and then Spiring Vantage next turn or the turn after. Opponent has a path. True. Just holding up white, and he's going to give us a landfall trigger by the looks of it. Alright, let's go ahead and attack. We can hold up Searing Blaze for our opponent's turn, and if nothing happens, we can potentially look at doing a Lightning Bolt. Oh wait, you guys can't see shit. You're on the wrong screen. Holy moly. That is loose. Yep. Alright, we're already a game in. Well, that's a little bit awkward there. Probably path and response. Oh, we actually get the damage there. Alright. No damage. Alright, we're back on track now. We've got everything looking how it should. Interesting. Hit him with the bolt. Another Arid Mesa, so we're flooded out a little bit on fetch lands here, which is unfortunate. We'll just point burn damage at the face and yeah, hold up for Searing Blaze. And hope we don't draw that last mountain. That would be awkward. Looks like he's just going for one of those Cocos. Yes, technically I should fetch in response. That could be a little bit preemptive though. Unlucky. Alright, sure. So he finds Conclave, Mentor, Arbor Elf. We don't need to rush this Searing Blaze yet. Alright, we find Swift Spear. That is a good find. I'm inclined to like shock here. Just to like pretend we have another 2-mana burn spell in hand. Player, creature. Attack. A lot of the time Magic is about posturing, excuse me. So we'll do exactly that. Pretend we have something we don't. Especially because they don't have any creatures and like to attack us with. Making it look like we have a Skullcrack here. Another Coco. No. Heliod. Sure. Alright, so we'll hit that Shard Volley. We'll go and attack. We'll put our opponent to 2 here, and let's see if they've got it. He's got another Path. Unlucky. Definitely on the play, I reckon we would have had this one. Would have got an extra couple of points. Like, we would have got 2 points in with Goblin Guide, right? And maybe some more points in there. Okay. Skullcrack up in a pinch. Made a mistake. Played Verdant Catacombs? What? How's that the mistake? Ah, Captain Ranger. Burn spell? I'm questioning this. Alright, we don't want to crack Arid Mesa just yet. Sweet. So we enable our Searing Blaze. We're 1 land short though, because we've only got 1 basic left in deck to fetch 2. I think we have this. Our opponent like has had ridiculously bad luck off that Collected Company and a very, very slow hand, effectively. Ballista on 2. Wonder if he invalidates my Searing Blaze if he pops it off. I think he might. Alright, let's yield until my upkeep. In the spirit of the game. I I'm not sure if he can cancel this by sacking Walking Ballista or not. We're about to find out. I know it needs 2 targets to resolve. Okay, we still got the damage through. Whew. Alright. Well, we took down Heliod, and that's got to be one of our bad matchups, right? Good times. Good team. Alright, so far, deck seems solid. We haven't played Wayward Beast once, though. Wayward Guide Beast. This feels decent. I like the idea of removing, like, some 2-mana spells, because you've got lots of 1-mana spells, and a lot of the time it's just about emptying your hand as quick as you can. The life gain from Lightning Helix is not always necessarily going to be that relevant. It can be a bit of a mirror breaker at the same time, though. So, pros and cons. So, match number 2 here, we're versing Lucas Duesk. Lost the Diral. Opponent is presumably going to be on the play, but hasn't clicked the button yet. And yeah, we'll be getting into the match very, very shortly. So yeah, also like the first ever GP I had where I was playing Burn, I, on day 2, came across my first ever Ponza opponent. Of course, the deck looked a little bit different back then. It had a few more land destroy effects, and then it was playing like Infernal Titan at the top end, which was pretty disgusting. I'm not sure if Bloodbraid Elf was legal then or not. I'm going to say that it wasn't. Alright, so opponent does indeed choose to play first. And, I mean, this hand is very threat light. We're going to mulligan. Not enough damage. This hand, however, this hand is where it's at. Keep. Because we're on the draw, I might actually ditch the Eidolon here. And let all my other cards do the work. Excuse me. Struggling to drink water here, apparently. I mean, soft drink. Goblin Guide. Alright, we got a bit of a mirror happening here. I think we just bolt this in response to him attacking next turn. And then look to Guide plus Spike or something. On the draw in the mirrors, obviously not the most ideal thing in the world. Sunbait Canyon in hand. Alright, let's shoot off Lightning Bolt at the creature. Keep that one under control. Rift Bolt on suspend for my opponent. So no Eidolon of the Great Revel, which would have been the worst case scenario then. We hit Shard Volley. I don't know if I want to... We give our opponent a Sunbait Canyon. I don't know if I want to hold up Lightning Bolt or play the Lava Spike here. Potentially better to hold up Lightning Bolt if they draw a Swiss Spear, but that's pretty much the only line. Looks like they got Rift Bolt in their deck, so maybe they don't have the Wayward Guide Beast. We'll see where this one goes. It might just be hitting our guide. No, it's going face. Okay, opponent has chosen to go the race route here, which is reasonable. We're on the lower life total, and we have a pain land. Well, a Horizon land that deals pain to us every time we tap it. Excellent. I like to see that. Hell yeah. I shouldn't have played land. I'm so stupid. Oh god. I could have potentially have saved life here. I do like drawing the creature though. Alright, big pause on this one. So opponent, let's just say they're on a virtual 11 if they tap both lands this turn. We've got 9 damage in hand. We're still 2 short of killing them. And that will put us to 6, which is 2 burn spells off dead. So yeah, this playing the Sunbait Canyon there could potentially be very detrimental to us. Opponent has Searing Blaze on top. And it looks like we get our damage in, which is really good. It's like so unfortunate there that I played that land wrong. Cool. So I think I'm happy holding all spells. I've got 2 instants in hand. I don't really see a need to Lava Spike here. They brick on land drop here as well. Okay, they don't brick on land drop. So now Searing Blaze is live. Well, if we kill our own creature in response, it's not going to fizzle the effect. We just saw that against Heliod when they sacked the Walking Ballista. So we have no choice but to take that. And if they had Lightning Bolt, they'd be shooting it off and killing us here. So I feel kind of good about this. Let's attack and get the trigger to view what's on top of my opponent's library. Also, if this all resolves, he goes to 1. He can't tap his Sunbait Canyon. So we go to 1 and we kill our opponent on the narrowest of margins. Wow, that was very, very close there. So we don't have Boros, so we don't have Lightning Helix, but do they? It could be worth bringing in the extra Searing Blaze just in case. Now, Core Firewalker is an absolute mirror breaker. Usually you have Path to Exiles to help remove your opponent's Core Firewalkers in the mirror. We don't have that. There is a way you can get around the protection, and that is with Skullcrack, which stops players from preventing damage. And with the way that protection from red is worded, you can... If they block your creature, you can Skullcrack them and make their Core Firewalkers die. Bit of a niche interaction. Deflecting Palm, potentially questionable. We're going to be on the draw. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we want to remove our Eidolon of Great Revel. And maybe bring in like 3 Deflecting Palm. Searing Blaze seems like it'll be good. I think we want to leverage our creatures, which means probably 2 Lava Spike, and we'll run... I think we need the Skullcracks, actually. Alright, let's just run 1 Lava Spike. We're slightly upping our mana curve by 3 cards at 2. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. Preferably you like replace a 2-drop. You remove a 2-drop when you bring a 2-drop in and keep your curve the same, right? We're pretty low to the ground with the Shard Volley already, though. So, good so far. Just realized I was on Twitch chat as well. I haven't seen anyone on YouTube if you've been commenting. Sorry about that, guys. Opponent seems to be good at getting sidetracked here a little bit. Alright, so I mean, preferably we see a hand with like Searing Blaze and our opponent does not have Eidolon of the Great Revel. It's got like no Searing Blaze, a little bit land heavy. I definitely think we can see a better 7. It's a little bit painful as well, right? Okay, this seems more like it. We get the core Firewalker as well, which is great. I think we bottom the Guide Beast here. Phoenix. Is this my main list? This list is actually not my list. A person, let me pull up their name here. A person named Coert forwarded a preliminary with the list, so here I am testing it out for myself. I'll just update you with the list here as well. Mana traders, would Flame Rift be good in Modern? That depends on what Flame Rift is. Sorcery deals 4 damage to each player. I mean, it's on par with deflecting with Boros Charm, right? It deals 4 damage for 2 mana. I have a feeling like it would be pretty good in like a mono red list where you don't have Boros Charm. I think it's reasonable. Have I tried Lord Hold Returns? No, I have not. Let's see if our opponent goes for any pump effects. It doesn't look like it. Let's kill one of his guys. Play out a guy. Lord held turns. Whoops. I have misdone that. Give me a moment. Oh, you're talking about that card. I've versed it a few times, but I haven't played it. What's your opinion of it, Phoenix? Yeah, it's a deck. It's not a card. Gotcha. Yeah, that deck seems like reasonably strong from what I've seen, but I guess people that play interactive decks might have an easier time against it. Opponent with the Path to Exile here. You fucking love it? Yeah, it's solid, is it? I'm not surprised to see, hear that, because it looks pretty darn solid. Searing Blaze on top, please. Boros Charm. Alright, we're taking a casual 7 after losing our core Firewalker, unfortunately. You have it in paper and you've been really consistent with... you just 4-1'd again? I might have to give that a try. I'm not sure if I'll get around to it tonight. We're like kind of behind. I don't like burning his creature here, but I also kind of think we have to. We'll just do this all sorcery speed because my opponent is, of course, tapped out. If you want to leave me with a list, Phoenix, I might look to do it next week on Tuesday. You beat Helios Prowess, Thank Kolios, Tron Second, and Blue-Black Control. You lost to Grixis Lurrus. Lurrus can be freaking a tough matchup. Were they running Draenor Lock? I swear to God, Draenor Lock is like the biggest sleeper in the entirety of Modern. It got picked up for a while there by some people, and then opponent Searing Blaze on top, awkward. And then it seems to have fallen off again for some reason. People aren't playing it anymore. Hardcast Rift Bowl. You got it. Alright, well, both mine and my opponent's Searing Blazes are going to be pretty awkward here. We do find the Core Firewalker, though. That is a card in this matchup. Maybe I don't play the Inspiring Vantage tap there, actually. I've disabled my landfall unnecessarily. I wanted it out in case I drew a 2-drop, but yeah. Alright, so we know about one card in our opponent's hand, which is Searing Blaze. We have no other information. But we have the Core Firewalker advantage. And that's probably enough to get us there. Skewer the critics as well. Okay. Awesome. So now we can have instant speed Searing Blaze, which is really good. And just continue to slowly beat our opponent down. Well, considering we only had 3 Firewalkers, I feel like we've been pretty lucky here. Lightning Helix, sure. Awesome. Well, that's a really good find. What other decks do you play, Phoenix? Have you got any other favorites at the moment in this metagame? Could be preemptive doing the Skullcrack there. I kind of want to be mana efficient. All right, cool. We just ripped the Lava Spike, so it's probably wrong doing that. All right, well, we get there anyway. I didn't play that super optimally. Yeah, I'm usually a Bogles player, Phoenix. Except Bogles is in an absolute, like, atrocious spot at the moment. So, yeah. I just want to relax. I just want to burn some faces. I saw this list 4-0'd and then at a preliminary, and I thought it looked like a lot of fun with the Wayward Guide Beast. Like, counters company. Okay. Well, you're definitely, like, what, the best deck in Modern? Or at least regarded as the best deck in Modern by a lot of people. Do you reckon it's going to get a ban at all or not? I mean, like, given the spoilers I've seen so far with Modern Horizons, I don't think anything's going to get a ban. I think the power level is just going to keep going up. They're printing some crazy stuff at the moment. Absolutely insane. Merfolk has gotten its own god as of today. That's not why you play it, lol. Do you just enjoy the format? Did you used to play Devoted Devastation as well? Oh, that's not what you play. You play the old Devoted combo list with Kitchen Finks combo? Okay, cool. Alright, match number 3. Won the Darrow versus Angwar 1. And this is a one-lander, but I think it's a one-lander that we keep. Got like double creature, which is pretty rewarding, and maybe the Skewer the Critics could get a little bit awkward if we run into too much removal and can't enable the Speculate, but yeah. It works for me. See, I think the old Devoted Devastation list is like way fairer than the Heliod Company one. Heliod is just like so painful to lose to, man. Alright, attack for 2. Opponent is a Cryptic Command deck. This Searing Blaze is probably dead. Leads on island. We break on land. Sure. So we get out our other creature and we'll attack with what we can while we can. Snapcaster Mage on top. Alright, well, we haven't given the control player a single land yet. We are super fortunate on that one. He bottoms the Snapcaster Mage, actually. Alright, you got a MTG Goldfish list here. That's the list you'll be playing for the near future. Man, I'm like... I change my list all the time. I'm always tweaking like 1 to 2 cards in the main deck or sideboard. I can't help myself. So we see Spire Bluff Canal from our opponent. He might have a removal spell for Guide. We give him a Steam Vents finally. And yeah, we'll go for Lightning Bolt. Wanted to give him the shot to try and remove the Guide in response, but it looks like he's been a bit patient. He's fired off the Remand. We still get the Prowess, put him to 11. That's not too bad. Like, we got 15 points of burn in hand if we can ever curve out. That's what the 2 Helixes are? Yeah. I'll pull up your list. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's discarded Emrakul. Okay. Well, I think we know what our opponent's about now. And we have still missed a land drop. Turn 4, 3 draws later. We've not hit that second land. That is so awkward. And time is running out. I'm not sure I want to give my opponent a blocker here. Although we can still resolve 3 points of damage, so that's fine. He's like pseudo removing a creature here. We still put him to 8. This is like better than Prismari Command in this spot, I think. So you have 2 Lightning Helix for burn decks, is it? Indomitable Creativity. Alright. Yep. So with your creativity, you're going for that. Have you tried the Emrakul list instead? Oh, you've got one of Emrakul in the sideboard. What matchups do you bring the Emrakul in instead? Yes, technically I should be firing stuff off pre-combat here. I kind of want to go like end of turn, like end of my opponent's turn, although we're full of sorceries at the moment. If I do this, I give him a Cryptic Command like counterbalance, and that's not great. You bring it in against Heliod, I mean, that seems to make sense if you ask me. We could just be dead next turn. Or path heavy decks, yeah. Would you say you have any... this deck needs Flame Rift? I mean, maybe. It needs land as well. So just speculate our opponent's face while they're tapped out, hopefully. Missing out on price triggers, but we got the 1 damage in. Now we just need to resolve mostly 1 spell. Wish good. Heliod or even Path Heavy decks. It enables Infinite Life Plan. Oh, it enables a way to beat the Infinite Life Plan. Well, my opponent with the Dirty Through the Breach. Oh, man. Oh, man. This feels bad. When was the last time you saw Modern Horizons 2 spoilers? I mean, I had it open just a minute ago. And... like, I saw... oh, Flame Rift. Yeah, Flame Rift there. Oh, it's Sorcery Speed, though. That's probably fine. The last thing I saw was the card before Flame Rift, which is Obsidian Charmor. Deflecting Palm seems hilariously good in this matchup. I can't imagine they have any life gain. Smash to Smithereens could be like destroying a treasure token. Is that the dragon? Obsidian Sharmor is the 5-mana dragon that costs 1 less to cast for each colorless your opponent can tap with their lands. What else is there? Graceful Restoration. Return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it for 5 mana. That's probably too expensive. A human wizard at 2 mana, 1/3 prowess. If an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control would trigger that an additional time. Right. So this is like another prowess lord, like sort of like what the red-white prowess deck has. So my opponent has Tron, it costs 2. Yeah, but they're already at Tron, so like a 4/4 flying dragon without haste is probably pretty pointless. I think it would be good if it was costed 1 cheaper with its effect. Yeah, I don't see like too many relevant spoilers apart from the Flame Rift. Flame Rift seems reasonable. We did see that our opponent has Snapcaster Mage, so they're not going to have the polymorph plan. My opponent... Yeah, you're just saying? Fair enough, fair enough. Deflecting Palm could be greedy, but they're probably going to be greedy themselves. We'll bring in our Deflecting Palms for our Searing Blazes, right? And then we can be unchanged outside of that. We might take out some Eidolons on the draw. I don't know, maybe. Another 1-lander, our only creature bounces our lands. That doesn't seem like where we want to be. Jesus, man. Alright, down to 5. I'm gonna murder these Wayward Beasts. These things are pissing me off right now. We've got like such expensive stuff. Alright, let's see if Deflecting Palm can do the work for us. And see if we can hit a land early in turn 5 this game. Opponent leads on red mana. I should be playing Lava Spike pre-combat. I'm probably getting lightning bolted anyway. Even though we missed the prowess trigger, I'm just gonna do it post-combat. Wow, really? You suck, man. You suck. I hate you so much. Alright, I really hope we don't lose this by 1 life. Mana issues are such a dumb part of the game. Yeah, I mean, well, with Return to Zendikar, we had a chance to fix all of that. Opponent was holding Lightning Bolt. Alright, now we're like full of 2-drops and can't do shit, so this is great. Instead of like money grab lands, which combo decks use, they could have printed stuff that every deck archetype could use, addressed every archetype in the game and made something semi-useful for them all, but like not overpowered, just something, maybe like a counter unless they play 1 for blue, a 1/2 damage land for red, a 2/2 grizzly bear for green, those sorts of things. The new prowess creature that makes prowess double trigger, yay. Yeah. I mean, that was printed as well, yeah. It seems a lot like the white one, but it's something that mono red. Jesus, man, we just can't hit a land drop. This is so lame. No Prismari command to ramp for our opponent. We have 1 more hit. 5 mythic, pay 3 life, unfair combo deck. Yes, yeah. I hear ya. Alright, well, that's 4 draws later, not a single land. We can't Deflecting Palm our opponent. We've only drawn 2 mana spells as well. We can't cast a single thing here. Oh boy. Yeah. 5 mythic, pay 3 life, unfair combo deck uses. I mean, Upsal Spells is the testament to that. And that deck was like running around doing so much harm for ages, and all they had to do was like either ban the Charbelcher or change the ruling, and all they end up doing is banning the Simian Spirit Guide, which seemed very odd. Lightning Bolt us. Yeah, you got it, opponent. Imagine drawing land, chat. Still doing harm and legacy with turn 1 kills. Really? As in, like, the mythic lands are doing harm and legacy with turn 1 kills. Glasspool Mimic was a surprisingly good creature that I missed on the initial spoilers. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oops, all spells, yeah. Wow. What do they have? Dark Ritual in Legacy that makes it OP? With the whole Creeping Chill Vengevine kill. Oh, that's so crazy. Is it not like just really soft to counter magic in Legacy, or do they run their own counter magic? So yeah, yes to the Dark Ritual, okay. Legacy used to be such a fun format, and now I'm kind of getting scared for Modern with what it's doing. The power level seems crazy. Did they run the 0 mana counter? What force of will or days? Days wouldn't really work with the deck that doesn't have islands though. You'd have to be talking about force of will, force of negation. Or are you talking about the Phyrexian 1 mana counter? Oh, Pact of Negation? Okay. Thought you were talking about Mental Misstep for a second there. Opponent is being uber patient here. I think in his end step, I'll go for a Lightning Bolt. Oh, the Elvish Spirit Guides as well? Yeah. Dude, that sounds disgusting. Everything about that sounds so disgusting. Cool. Like a super slow rolled madcap experiment here from our opponent. This is ridiculous, man. We'll reveal to him the 2 mana agony that we're put through that game. Unlucky. Alright, on to match 4. So match number 4, Lost to Dyrol versus Zhang Fang. We got another one lander. God, man. God, what is with these hands? I will keep it. We're on the draw. We get an extra C for a land here. We can't just get screwed on land continuously and forever, right? Cool. Inspiring Vantage. I think I'll just go ahead and Lightning Bolt the Ponza creature turn 1. Hopefully that screws them. Looking a bit more like Heliod at this stage. We got a few creatures in hand here. Hopefully we can go the distance. And we also got a Skullcrack to stop life gain. Skyclave Apparition on top. Can confirm we are versing Heliod. Cracks in response, shuffling away the Skyclave Apparition. And Caesar Plains. So Plains to hand. Temple Garden intact. So we're concerned about Collected Company now. We'll play our Wayward Beast. We'll attack for 6. We'll hold up Skullcrack. Another apparition on top. Okay. Wild times. Alright, we'll bounce our tapped mountain. That is fine. Opponent is on 9. Another Wayward Guide Beast. Jesus, man. Shard Volley is an instant. So we hold up Shard Volley, Skullcrack, attack with everything. Our creatures should hopefully go the distance. Collected Company on top for my opponent. Very smart. In response to the second trigger, Coco gets another buy to land. And this Coco is going to be shuffled away. Skyclave Apparition, Captain Ranger of EOS. Gross. Wait. Skyclave Apparition takes the Wayward Guide Beast over the Goblin Guides? Interesting. So he does that. Spike Feeder Ballista revealed off the guide triggers? Shit, man. Or Ballista off the Ranger trigger, Spike Feeder off the other one. Alright, we'll kill the Skyclave Apparition. We'll guarantee 2 points of damage through here. We kind of need burn spells. Maybe I should Shard Volley the Captain Ranger of EOS there, and then we get a trade with the Skyclave Apparition. I think I did this wrong. Another Collected Company from my opponent. Spike Feeder in hand, Ballista in hand, and Apparition in hand. Look at them go. Are you going to go for it, opponent? I'm holding up mana. I'd love for you to go for it. Don't you just sack your Captain Ranger and then infinite life off? Bizarre. We need like land and lightning bolt to get out from this lock, but then he's got another Spike Feeder in hand. I think we're just boned. If he untaps and plays second Spike Feeder, we lose. I have not versed Heliod Company in like 2 or 3 weeks, and now tonight I versed it twice in the one league. So we're likely getting in for 1 damage here. And we're suiciding a lot of guys. Not a great place to be. Forest to opponent's hand. Really? We're like 1 point of killing them, dude. Oh my god. Nail biting. I I mean, they're on a virtual 8 anyway. Heliod is live. Ballista on 1. Looking to gain life. That 1 life is less important than Spike Feeder going off. If they put it on Spike Feeder, we just lose. Okay, I think we just lose. It's fine. They've gone for it. They've got it. We'll concede. Skullcrack in. I don't really think we want deflecting palm in this matchup. Maybe it's okay because you can redirect the damage from Walking Ballista, but then they just pass the turn and do it all over again. Take out a Lava Spike, get into it. So, like, our last Heliod opponent, super friendly, super talkative, super unlucky. This Heliod opponent has not said a word, rips like a freaking god, absolute trooper. Moral of the story, be a prick on Magic Online, don't be friendly, and that's how you get rewarded. It's, am I teaching the kids wrong? What's going on? Amazing. 1 mana hand again. With 3 2-mana spells. Whatever, I'll keep. I can't afford to go down too low on resources, so we'll just start giving our opponent lands. Spike Feeder into hand. Okie dokie. Land into Searing Blaze. Come on, man. Let's fucking go. Come on, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Burton Forged Tender. Gross. What the hell, man? What you starting that in for? This can block Goblin Guide until the cows come home. Rising Canopy to hand. Hooray! I think we'll just put the 1 damage through and ignore the rest for now. Have 10 points of burn in hand, but opponent gets to negate some of that. Spike Feeder. Lame. I don't really think we want to cast either of these spells here. Sure. Skyclave Apparition on top. These creatures, they're going to deal less and less damage now. Really? You doing it that way? Okay. This is very bizarre. He's literally offering his, like, Spike Feeder up to the slaughter here. And he loses his Burton Forged Tender on this to prevent the 3 damage. He doesn't prevent the 3 damage. But Spike Feeder will let him gain life. Whatever. Jeez, man, our creatures are stonewalled. Alright, let's see if we can eat a Burton Forge Tender. Okay. Sweet, Skullcrack. We can kill his creatures. When he goes for a greedy block here, we can make sure his creatures die. We'll make them lose their protection effectively. Protection reads prevent damage, and Skullcrack reads damage can't be prevented, so... Big fan of this. We're already seeing our opponents missed a land drop as well. So they won't be able to Collected Company. They can Apparition here, then they're dead to skewer the critics. Spike Feeder. Oh, come on, man. Jesus. Calm it down. Alright, I'll take that. Conclave Mentor on top. So in response to the Spike Feeder trigger, we'll Skullcrack. So they can gain 3 life. We still deal 3 damage with the Skullcrack, 2 with the Swift Spear. Oof. Alright. That felt kind of lucky. I'm sure Eidolon is quite bad here. Deflecting Palm could redirect some of these white cards. These white pro-red cards. Because it doesn't target. It can actually name... what we want. I don't think we want Smash to Smithereens still. Alright, cool. I suppose if they go for like a lifelink attack as well, we can Deflecting Palm the lifelink creature and prevent them from gaining life. Double Deflecting Palm Skullcrack. This is so top heavy. I think we keep though. Arbor Elf. There he is. Alright, we'll get in there with Guardy. Opponent Arbor Elf on top. And we're winning the race already. Topia Sprawl Forest for white. I think it's for white. No, for green. Alright, this could be a Spike Feeder. Another Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Could be Spike Feeder or Heliod here. It can't be Skyclave though. Coco. Casual turn 2 Collected Companies here. Just hits Heliod, nothing else. Two cards are left in my opponent's hand. One of them is Arbor Elf. Do we want to play the second guide? If we attack for 2, put him to 13, hold up instant speed. Traction, does it do anything? I think we guide, hold up lightning bolt. Temple Garden to hand, Skyclave Apparition on top. I don't think we're winning this match if we just hold mana up. Apparition comes on down. I guess he'll play the Arbor Elf as well. He does, and he's got a Temple Garden in hand too. Comes in tapped. Okay. Attacking with Arbor Elf at all? Yes, he is. Alright, that's fine. Bolt our opponent. Put him to 9. Fortunately, we're full of 2 mana spells here. I think we attack here and trade with the Skyclave Apparition. We can potentially keep our Goblin Guide alive. What's on top? Gavany Township. Potentially Deflecting Palm the Skyclave Apparition. Deal 2 damage to my opponent, and then his apparition dies, my guide lives. I think we do that. Even though it taps us out. What? 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 How did that not work? We clicked on the creature. I mean, we're dead to Spike Feeder combo anyway, but how did that not work? I am extremely confused. We literally clicked on his creature. Maybe I misread the text here in the small box. Alright, match number 5. Lost the Diefall. Opponent chooses not to play first. So we're on the play. We're going to keep this one. Very interesting choice, opponent. Could this be the infamous 8-rack deck? Paid actors? Yeah, maybe. It is 8-rack. Paid actor for safe 3-2. Yeah. I mean, you could be onto something. Bolt our opponent. We play our Eidolon here. We're playing straight into a Smallpox, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. I think we just shoot them in the face, and then Eidolon next turn. Burn's supposed to body 8-rack unless he nut draws. I mean, yeah. We're like a little bit land heavy here. Okay, I'll discard double land, I suppose. Rip. This is going to start dealing damage. Maybe I was wrong not to cast the Eidolon there. We just missed out on 2 points of damage because I'm getting way too tricky. Guide. I mean, both deal damage here. Just assume he doesn't have the smallpox. It's the same amount of damage if he does have smallpox, though. There's the smallpox. What do you think about burn matchups versus Death Shadow? I mean, you probably want to hold your burn spells, right, for a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can find one of those creatures that I've heard so much about. Wayfinder Guide. Unlucky. Oh, welcome back, BDC. How you doing, man? I think Burn should probably win the Shadow matchup, but it's probably an experience thing, right? Opponent discards Raven Crimed. Oh my goodness. At sorcery speed, in his end step, will sack the Sunbait Canyon. Put a card to hand, take one less damage from the rack. We got like 4 Smash to Smithereens in the sideboard as well, though. Spike him, right? It's more than the 1 damage Swift Spear is going to deal. Opponent down to 0 cards as well. That's important. They can get cards with the castle, though. Potentially, if it's Grixis Shadow BDC and they have Stubborn Denial, it might be a bit more difficult, but I'd say Burn's favored, but there's potential for the Shadow player to outskill you. Alright, we draw the Lightning Bolt. We draw 1 more Burn spell, I think we win. Our opponent did not end step Castle there. Are they 1 land short? Are you kidding me? They just draw the rack and win off the top of their fucking library? That's super lame. So we literally take 6 damage here to upkeep triggers and die before we draw a card because he top deck exactly rack. Bro. That's so sad, dude. Alright, well I hear Smash to Smithereens is good, right? Skullcrack's probably our weakest card. It's not necessarily true. Our opponent could have Gifted Aetherborn. So Searing Blaze is probably weaker. We didn't see Gifted Aetherborn yet. Usually they run some number of Mutavaults, right? Wow, he top decked the win. Yeah, he did. Absolutely he did. I bet when you have Smash ready, he'll have the enchantment rack. Yeah, probably. Interestingly enough, Deflecting Palm can redirect the rack damage. Not sure that's where we want to be. So what do you reckon? Searing Blaze out or Skullcrack out? I might keep like 1 Searing Blaze and 3 Skullcrack. Wait, no, 2 Skullcrack? Okay. Yeah, well, I guess that'll do. We'll see what half of his deck he draws. Alright, we'll keep this. Bottom land question mark. Hit on in there. Castle to hand from our opponent. Good so far. He's not really gain life, so Skullcrack loses value. I mean, but if he doesn't have creatures, what do you call it? Just does nothing. The Searing Blaze does nothing if he doesn't have creatures. It needs to target both a player and a creature to be cast. Lava Dart to the bin. You got it, opponent. Here I think we attack, make a decision afterwards, after we've seen what's on top. Fatal push on top. I don't think Goblin Guard is very long for this world. I think we also shock in here because if our opponent does the smallpox here, we get screwed on land, and then we want to play our 1-mana spell like Lava Spike. I'll tell you what, we're losing value ourselves at the moment. I'm down to 1 card in hand. We're gonna put our opponent to 9 and be in top decking mode. Feels bad. Eidolon, yeah, perfect top deck at juicy land total of 1. If we drew, like, if we had land to play the Eidolon there, it's dying to Fatal Push also. So Eidolon would be worth 2 damage, and technically it'd be better to play Skullcrack in my opinion. Or Lava Spike in my opinion. Cool, lose Eidolon to a Mind Wrench. What do you reckon, BDC? Should we be taking the draw against 8-Rack and getting that card advantage? Opponent has Rack, so he'll play Rack and Fatal Push being instant speed. And he's also got a castle he can drop. He drops the castle. 2 unknown in hand. Alright, here comes the burn. I wonder if we can make our opponent... If we hold Inspiring Vantage here, it's fine as long as our opponent doesn't Liliana of the Veil. There's Liliana of the Veil on top. I guess we play it. Card advantage seems needed because of how many times he puts you down to 1 to 0 cards. Yeah, feels a bit that way at the moment. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, it deals 2 damage to them. Target player discards a card for -1. Alright, well, we're just taking 6 damage here. Drawing like a god right now. I think that's game, because we don't have the Lightning Helix here to get life back either. I genuinely think that's game. So 6 damage taken here. Even if we draw Smash the Smithereens at this point, we still take 3 damage from the Planeswalker. Draw a Lightning Bolt. Oh, this only deals 2 damage here. So Smash the Smithereens actually would have been fine then, but we didn't find it. Okay, well, I guess we pass, and then Lightning Bolt, and we're 1 card light. So that really sucks. That really, really sucks. If you drew well, you had it easily. Yeah, well, kind of. We could burn this Planeswalker and then we go to essentially 1 from the rack. We're not winning from there, but I guess we do it anyway. Oh, he's attacking with whatever this is. Right, I didn't even see this land. Alright, well, we get done by Rack. Deck that cares so much about resources, losing all your burn to 8 match seems like matchup sucks. I don't know. Like, if you just wheel all your burn spells off the top, I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, like, it just wasn't happening. So yeah, as far as the deck is concerned, I think the deck played out mostly well. Red Clock is faster than his, yeah. Well, when you start bricking on land drops and getting like a sorcery speed creature in the Eidolon, the Great Revel isn't that good for us either, right? It really does nothing to top deck burn spell. Yes, if we didn't lose our Smash to Smithereens to a discard effect, then we would have been able to destroy his Rack. He would have dealt like 12 damage less to us, and we would have been in a good spot. Or maybe it wasn't 12, maybe it was 9 damage less to us, but it's still a significant amount. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm just going to run the same deck back, guys. Unless you guys think that I should change anything. You want to see any other inclusions here? You've got 3 Rest in Peace and 3 Core Firewalker hidden by my alert boxes. Any Bogles today? I wasn't going to, but I could. What do you reckon, Mana Traders? You down for some Bogles? I was just going to play Burn because I've been doing awful on Bogles recently. If I do Bogles, I'll do green-white, not Bant. I'm getting sort of sick of Bant because I keep losing to really annoying inconsistencies. Yeah? Okay, we'll go on the Bogles then. Sure. Always down for Bogles. Alright. Bogle's green-white with main deck Dramoka's Command and Silhana Ledgewalker. This list seems questionable. It's got the Cartouche in here as well. Last time I played this, Esper Control was really big. At the moment, Prowess is kind of big. I think I like Dramoka's Command. I think we might want the Core Spirit Dancers over the Ledgewalkers, though. I like my other effects. Sideboard-wise, what do we got here? Surgical Extractions. I think that's just too greedy. Probably prefer the Rest in Peace to the Surgicals there. Tig, Deicide. We got like no paths in this list at the moment. Do I have any on Thin Ice? I do not. Let's remove the Topper Up for like triple path. Like running 2 Mana Tides for people who are curving out because they don't expect it. I don't like Mana Tides, BDC. I've tried it multiple times at like in different metagames, and I'm really not the biggest fan of it. I like Force of Negation a lot because you're gonna... I like Bogles does well when it has good tempo, and when it has good tempo is when it's tapping out for all its auras every turn. And if it's not tapping out for auras every turn and holding up mana for Mana Tide, it slows your tempo down. It can be okay if you're on the play and things like that, but yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty meh about it. Alright, match number 1. Lost the Dyro versus Shen Hei. Hand looks decent enough, we'll keep. Says my opponent was last seen 2 days ago playing Eldrazi-tron, so we're probably dead. Get ready for a sneaky Chalice on 1, ending all our fun. I feel like I have a chance if I play Burn against Eldrazi-tron, but Bogles is just dead. Especially with the Force Smash to Smithereens and Sideboard. Man, this week my decks have not paired up well with the leagues I've been placed in. Oh, Steam Vents. It's not Eldrazi Tron at all. Soulscale Mage. Is it prowess? This hand seems okay against Is it prowess? If we get a forest here, it's saves life, but we can't play into our creature. We can get tricky and Dramoka's command to remove his creature, but then we'll have minus counters placed and is really bad against mutagenic growth. I think we just Temple Garden here. There might be a spot to block with Dried Arbor as well, though. Man, it feels so much better on the play here. Losing the die roll feels really bad. If you want to play BDC, if you want to play green-white Bogles, but splash blue for just Stubborn Denial, I'm 100% down with that idea because Stubborn Denial is a huge upgrade on Mana Tithe. Mana Tithe is like way more of a gimmick than what it is actually solid magic, right? Alright, here I think we attack for 2, play a second scout and chump block with the second scout. They shouldn't have Crash through. If they're mutagenic growth here, we just play a different scout and they've missed out on 4 points of damage. They shouldn't have Crash through, so this shouldn't be too weak. Stormwing Entity in exile can be played. They need to play another spell first, though. Be really nice if we find our life gain. Double Ethereal Armor plus Daybreak Coronet would surely win us the match. Feels like they're probably going to go for more damage next turn than what they are this turn, so I'm not going to block with the scout yet. Has he actually got like Lava Dart plus mutagenic growth here? Maybe not. It looks like he stopped to count a little bit then. Light up the stage again. So he's losing the Stormwing Entity. He's got Lava Dart and mutagenic growth off the light up the stage though. It's a bit funny. See, the problem is if we fight our scout with one of their creatures, the Soulscale Mage triggers will be irritating. We could prevent damage from an instant and then give our creature 1/1, and I think that's the best mode. I think we have to go defensive now, unfortunately. Opponent has a free way to any Storming Entities with the mutagenic growth as well. If we draw a lifelink, we win. If we're not dead, we could be dead. Oh, this is an important moment. So he's put Manamorphose on the stack here. We have a chance to fight creatures before he casts any other spells. And then we could potentially lose both creatures. I think we just yield through for now. You know what would have been good there, BDC? Mana Tithe would have been good there. Better unlucky than good, though, you know? Lava Dart. So this will put counters on all their creatures. And then mutagenic growth can potentially put another 3 on the Soul Scour Mage. And they're floating red mana. Fuck, this is not good for us at all. Alright, I think we need to buff our creature and fight his Soul Scour Mage. Or else they're just gonna kill us anyway. I think. Maybe they just mutagenic the Monastery Swiftspear and go for the win, actually. Alright, let's be chill for a sec. I like how Mana Tithe, because of how many times you see people curve out to beat you with 0 mana left. Yeah, like, I agree, Modern's a very mana-efficient format, but Mana Tithe is very weak, and very weak off the top of your deck. There's, like, a critical turn or two where it can be good, but there's a lot of times where it's not. Like, against the 2 Heliod Company decks we versed last league. Wow, he's fighting that one, is he? Well, with that on the stack, actually. He's got his Lava Dart on the stack still as well. Move this shit out the way. Main deck, Dramoka's Command for the messy stack here. I can't believe he didn't let his own Lava Dart resolve. That's so loose. So Glade Cover Scout gets -4. It goes to a 1/1. Daybreak Coronet still gives us a 6 power creature though. What are you playing Swiftspear for post-combat? I mean, it doesn't matter because we just drew like a donkey, right? But that seems awful. Two cards left in hand. We're at 9. Lava Dart will... They've got 3 damage. Lava Dart will do another 4. So that's 7 damage. We'd be dead to any burn spell if we don't leave back blockers. Any non-creature spell that gives prowess. Considering they've missed land drops, I think it's highly likely they've got more burn spells, more non-creature spells. We can fetch Dried Arbor. They probably just Lava Dart it before they attack us, but then that's not Lava Dart damage that's going to the face, so I think it's fine. In any case, spread is Expressive Iteration, sure. So lightning bolt. It's the random extra card. So I think we're just getting bolted plus lava dart on the dried arbor. Maybe they forget they have the lava dart. Play as if our opponent's going to misplay when we don't have the chance to do anything else. Lightning bolts us. Sure. He actually lets us get blocks here, which is very bizarre, but we're still dead to lava dart. Alright, he sees the line. We go to exactly 0. Lame. Very sad times here. So, like, path isn't amazing, but it's probably good enough. Damping sphere is probably okay as well on the play. On the draw, it's going to be too slow. Rest in Peace can hit literally just lava dart, and that's it, so it's probably not worth it. I think we remove our Spirit Dancers pretty freely here, and then our Spirit Mantles as well, and we get into it. Because of the existence, this deck might not play it. It's just mana inefficient though to play 2 mana for an aura. If you're versing like mono red prowess, they play Bone Crusher Giant / Stomp, and Stomp will make you stop damage from being prevented, which will mean that your protection from creatures or from a color or whatever gets invalidated. Because protection cannot be dealt damage by, targeted by. There's one other line that I'm forgetting at the moment. Yes, can be invalidated in that situation. Hey, look, a hand. Let's go. This is more like it, chat. This is more like it. This is what we came here to do. Wonder if our opponent's running the Spell Pierce and just is going to make us cry. Although we do have a follow-up Daybreak. Cartouche will be good too. Yeah, I mean, it can just get lava darted, but again, it goes even with the lava dart damage to the face, essentially. Like, I'd prefer it hitting my creature. Against Burn, I don't know if I like Cartouche of Solidarity or not, because it enables Searing Blaze, and that doesn't seem great to me. Plays Scalding Tarn. Yep. Crack Scalding Tarn. Is it the haste guy or is it the other guy? I have a feeling like we could erase that last game if we were on the play instead of on the draw. Wouldn't have changed our like life gain scenario, but alright, so Swift Spear attack. You got it. We're curving out mana wise. Get a free chance to resolve our auras. And get in for 4 damage. If given the option here, I'll trade the warrior creature into the Swift Spear because we could disable a light up the stage. And if we can get that kind of tempo on a greedy like hand or something, it's definitely worth it. They played Scalding Tarn pre-combat, which means they probably don't have light up the stage here. because we saw last game they were playing land post combat and like holding it. I think this is fine. They might be holding up counter magic here. Sprite Dragon. Alright, well, he's tapped out, and, you know, it's daybreak time, so... He can't beat an 8 Vigilance lifelink here, I don't believe. And the concession, swell. So, as I was saying, Damping Sphere, probably a bit slow on the draw. Bring back in a Spirit Mantle. Actually, maybe it's okay still. They go like slightly slower hand with Stormwing Entity, where they take like 3 turns to establish creatures, then I guess it's okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna snap this one up, even if it's, you know, missing a land. It's got double removal and lifelink with our creature and a pain-free land. I like it. All right, we got scouts coming out our ears. Spy Bluff Canal. Attack. Unfortunately take. Again, he's playing like he doesn't have Light Up the Stage in hand. He could have Expressive Iteration. I think it's a sorcery. Oh, wait. No, he does have Light Up the Stage. He's just played differently the last time. Hits Soulscar Mage plus Manamorphose. All seems pretty free. We hit Cartouche. We bricked on land, which sucks. I'm going to play out the Cartouche here to help try and negate damage. And hopefully we hit land for next turn. 5 lifelink should be enough. Bad things would be Kozilek's Return at this point. Gets us really hard. Alright, what's he floating? Red, blue, or double red? Red, red. So that probably means no Stormwing Entity in hand and Kozilek's. That'll do it. Well, we still have like a chance, but we've taken a lot of damage here. I think we need to hit land. We do hit land. Sure, our opponent has the means to kill us next turn. There's merit to both playing the Ethereal Armor here or playing the Path to Exile. Either way, we have to shock in the Temple Garden. I don't think we're ever playing the Temple Garden in tapped. So if we play the Ethereal Armor here, it allows us to Daybreak Current next turn without hitting a land drop. Where Path to Exile is good if they're going to try and kill us. I think let's just assume they don't quite have the damage there, and 1 Kozilek's Return was the best that they could muster. Alright, obviously not blocking. We're not winning a game where we block here. Lava Dart. Lava Dart. Alright, so that's a casual 10 damage just from the Lava Darts and the Prowess triggers. Alright. So if we actually curve into our land drop there, we hit a turn 2 Cartridge to Solidarity plus Ethereal Armor. We're not dead to Kozilek's Return. We untap, we Daybreak, we win. Unlucky, unfortunate. Oh, weird. Interesting. And this is why we need to fix the mana situation in Modern. Even in a good matchup. It's just so frustrating to lose to land variants. Double Soul Scour, double... No, that was triple Lava Dart, man. That was triple Lava Dart, not double. Alright, match number 2, and we won the die roll on the play against Giotse. And hand is a bit weak. Mulligan. Hand is still pretty bollocks. We'll mulligan again. Keep. Ditch Canopy. I think we ditched the Griff Spoon here. Keep the rest. Leyline of Abundance. So it looks like we're versing a green ramp deck. Potentially with Shrine of Nykthos. So whenever you tap a creature for green mana, add an additional green. For 6 mana, you can put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So I guess we got some mana dorks and some ramp happening soon. Rancor, perfect. Yeah, triple. And not to mention the Kozilek's Return. Kozilek's Return, the real deal breaker. Alright, so we get to get in for a nice juicy 5 points of damage here. Oath of Nissa. Okay, sure. What's he looking for? What's he finding? All right, bit of a decision here. It's just not sorry. It's not just a snap. Play this thing. Of course, our potential lines we can take at the moment are a lot more limited. We don't really need to think much. We just went for the damage route of 5 damage turn 2. We'll see what we draw. They find Noble Hierarch. They play the Noble Hierarch. Ooh. 2 mana Nykthos. They got another Nykthos. How hard are we going here, opponent? Oh, that's right, because the Leyline of Abundance makes this add 2. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for 3 mana. Alright, well, we have double aura. So this is adding 5. We'll be attacking for 10. And then we'll be at our opponent's mercy. Tap it for green this time, hey? Just for something different. Alright, opponent is on their turn 3. They have a lot of mana here. They currently have 8 devotion. And each of their mana dorks taps for 2 mana. There's probably like a primal command coming our way. So yeah, probably my most miserable time versing a mono green devotion deck. This is going back years ago. I was playing Grixis Shadow. Maybe like 6 months after Khans of Tarkir was released and Colligan's Command and all of that. And I versed, a mono green devotion deck. Had double Shadow on the board. It emptied my whole hand to get like my massive 6/6 creatures. He makes me gain 7 life, and I just lose both my Death Shadows. And then it was GG. It's very lackluster. You'd assume we're in a good spot, but negative. Burning Tree Emissary. Matter Traders, what do you think of the new Cradle of Behemoth-like creature, which is going to be going crazy come Modern Horizons 2? What's the name of the fellow? I mean, the new Noble Hierarch, the like Ignoble Hierarch or whatever it's called, that looks pretty spicy too. The 12 mana Thruster Tempest Roar. So 10 generic, 2 normal for a 7/7 haste, hexproof when you cast it. Costs 3 less to cast for each other spell you cast that turn. So essentially triple Burning Tree Emissary into it, or Manamorphose, all that good stuff. Pirate John, how you doing, my man? Welcome back. We just lost to Blue-Red Prowess. Is it Prowess? After keeping Daybreak Coronet in hand there, it was very upset. Opponent finds Ulamog off of Primal Command. Oh, shit, man. Uh-oh. Is this going to be a turn 3 Ulamog? And they didn't choose to gain life. Thragtusk is going to gain them life. Oh, they bounced our Ethereal Armor to the top of our library? Fucking hell. Oh, wow. This has got the Vivian. It's probably also got Khan the Great Creator here. You're always losing though? I know, man. What am I doing? How am I even, like, still playing? Mono Green Devotion messing you up. Yeah. Look, dude, I can't quite deal with the spice my opponent's got going here. I think we're getting Ulamog next turn as well, which is pretty upsetting. I don't know, maybe... We can't even hit a Daybreak Coronet here, though. Alright, let's get in for 10. They have to block. It's probably a Burning Tree Emissary block. And I just skipped through my attack step because everything lagged. Amazing. Okay, well, we can concede that one. The whole system just lagged. I don't believe it. Like, I pressed the button a good 1.5 seconds later. I hadn't gone to attack step, so I press it again and I just skipped my turn. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Well, we're expecting Khan the Great Creator antics. We'll bring in our Force of Vigors. Suppression Field does nothing. Damping Sphere doesn't do much. Gadok Tig is actually decent. It interrupts their Primal Command and their Planeswalkers. I think Path to Exile is just better than Dramoka's Command, although Dramoka's Command doesn't give our opponent mana, but it costs me more mana. Spirit Dancer seems good. Spirit Mantle seems slow. Wow, MTG bot coming in like a joke. You need a deck list that plays 3 of these. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds, Legendary Planeswalker, Loyalty of Force, Scryfall. I can't quite see the proper text on it. MTG bot got lazy. Okay, so 3 mana. You may cast creatures as though they had flash until end of next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains Vigilance for each. -2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down and the rest on the bottom in the order. So long as it remains exiled, you may cast it. It's a creature spell. Like, it doesn't seem that great to me, man. Am I missing something? Is there like a really good synergy somewhere? I think like Spider Umbra is going to be on the weaker side of our cards as well. And then maybe it's just like 2 Dramoka's Command, 3 might be a bit heavy. Alright, we'll go with that. One land hand with interaction, vigilance, first strike, I guess. Force of Vigor could do things, or it could do nothing. We'll see. The Planeswalker I really liked the look of was the Bant Tamio. I thought that card always looked really sweet. Tamio Field Researcher. So 4 mana, choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Either of those deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Tap up to 2 non-land permanents they don't untap during their controller's next untap step. So it's like sort of interacts with the board a little bit. Draw 3 cards, you get an emblem with whenever you may cast non-land cards from your hand without paying their mana cost. What is the card sitting price at? It says here $10 from TCG player, which is a lot more than it should be. Maybe Commander's keeping it up. I'm not sure. Oh wait, why is the card sitting at this price? 3 stained glass copies out of Secret Lair. $28 TC mid and low at $21.50. So as in, they might have just listed it up at that price because it's getting old. Right? Because what was that? Return to Zendikar block? No, War of the Spark. One of the promos is at $70. Oh, the Secret Lair Dragon. The stained glass on Secret Lair looks awesome, man. I think you're going to make a Ural list in EDH. What's Ural, man? Is that new creature? Stained Glass Walker's always War of the Spark? Okay. Let's have a look at Ural EDH. Spend a fair bit of time on secret layer product, which is the class likes playing me like a fiddle. Oh man, I mean they're really nailing it with their artwork recently. Ural, a red, white, green 5-mana beast, gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. Reclamation Sage, that's rude, opponent. And it has hexproof. Okay, so it's like the Bant version of the deck that goes off on auras. That really sucks. We can potentially get that back with Aluris if our opponent doesn't Scavenging Ooze it. I think we're sort of pressed into pathing our opponent's Reclamation Sage to play around them having Eternal Witness, which would be really bad for us. Ural has Hexproof but he does not have the key word Hexproof, so cards like Arcane Lighthouse don't counter him. Hey, that's really cool. I like that. Or Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is also another excellent counter for us. I'm going to diversify onto the Warrior token here. And then we can start attacking with 2 creatures so we don't get blocked out as hard. They shouldn't have any removal for Warrior token outside of Dismember. Put him to 3. Wish I picked up a 4th Black Magic Secret Lair bundle for 4th Ponder at $20. You can't stomach buying off TCG. Like when last time I bought off of Troll and Toad, but I think their card quality for near mint is sometimes a little bit loose when it comes to older cards in particular, and a lot of the foils have bends as well. I've had mostly good experiences from Troll and Toad. All the way in Australia buying from America, you know, don't mind me. Conversion rate, we still pay a 10% tax on like it as well, which is just shocking. Troll and Toad is a scam from what you've heard. I've always received all of the cards I've ordered, John. Unless you mean scam by they're really overpriced or something. Buy singles from Card Kingdom because they offer good prices on new mint cards. Yeah, I'm not like super sold on the pricing from Card Kingdom, but maybe there's something I'm not seeing with it. We'll lure us to hand here, get back Ethereal Armor. Look to close out the game after that. A lot of people here in Australia, when they're selling cards, they sell it 1-to-1 Card Kingdom, which I don't get because it's ignoring conversion rate. Seems very odd to me. And like the conversion rate's another 15% or so. Scan by their quality definitions when you're receiving versus buying. Okay, sure. I've never sold to Troll and Toad personally. I'd say the quality of their newer singles are quite good. It's only if you're going to go look at buying older singles, but the expensive ones are sort of like individually graded as well. So I think you can look at the individual photo and make your own decision. Force of Vigor doing nothing. Oh wow, he's got Vivian Raid, which can destroy up to 1 target enchantment or creature with flying, artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Get top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random aura. It's going after the Ethereal Armor on the Warrior token. Interesting. Bent scratch new foil listed as near mint. Yeah, it might be a bit of a lottery there, John. I guess it like also depends on what in particular you're buying. BDC, you always sell at your local game store, even though you lose some money. You support your friends who run the shop. Yeah, I mean that's very solid. I respect that, man. So if we just jam the Daybreak Coronet here, my opponent can then exile it with Vivian, which I'm not a big fan of. It can't destroy Lurus because it doesn't have flying. The other Vivian has target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker, so that can kill our Lurus. Guess we don't have much of a choice but to run out the Daybreak Coronet here. And then I think we threaten kill. Oh, this has to have 3 loyalty to neg as well. It's only on 2 loyalty. I have not been to my local game store in such a long time. One of them's holding a tournament soon for like to celebrate the Modern Horizons 2 release, but it's not using any of the Modern Horizons cards. Opponent is double blocking here, which seems odd because my creature won't die. Seems like he's scared of me somehow trampling damage. You also try to buy singles from your shop as you can, but sometimes you just can't because of the premium, but you do your best. Buy all your sealed products, sleeves and stuff from your local game store. That's really good. I mean, the markup on sleeves is not that much more, right? From your game store as if you buy it online. I think things like sleeves and stuff are definitely good. A lot of the game stores here don't have the best selection of singles either, unfortunately. Opponent finds Questing Beast. Alright, opponent putting a creature to hand with Vivian. Got mana floating off the Nykthos. Got another 10 mana here. It's looking like Ulamog time. Fuck me, man. This is very, very rough right now. Damn it. He knows the interaction as well. And gets rid of our Daybreak Coronet for free. Gadok Teague, right on time. Been playing Dragon Shield matte blacks for almost 10 years. I like the matte red from, I think it's KMC. Alright, well, I mean, we're like really flooded on creatures here, and this Force of Vigor obviously does absolutely nothing. So we've been slapped about by Mono Green Devotion. Absolutely shocking, dude. Jesus. Sleeves on Amazon are $11 US, and your local game store sells them for $11 as well. Somebody's making a premium on Amazon, I'd say. Nice Teague, bro. Would you like another? I'd love another. Unfortunately, I only put one in my sideboard. It seemed like a good idea going into game 2, given the Primal Command, the Vivians, and potentially Khan of the Great Creator as well. But, you know, no good. Opponent had other plans for us. So, like, so far, me going back to freaking Bogles isn't going too great either. Very sad. I think I just need to pick a deck and play it. Jumping around is absolutely smacking me about here. We're versing Lucas Duesk here. Did we verse him game 1? Says he's currently on 1. I've versed this person before tonight. Guess we keep this hand. I haven't versed a Ponza player, so let's bottom the forest. Amazon prices on Dragon Shield and Ultimate Guard, always at a premium, which are the 2 brands you use. Yeah, me, I bought like, one of the card shops was doing a big sale, and I just bought a whole bunch of bulk sleeves for a cheap amount of money. Monastery Swiftspear. Alright, are we going to lose to the second red opponent this league? Let's find out. We've already dealt 2 damage to ourselves with our lands. It's pretty much do we hit Daybreak or maybe even Dramoka's command or bust. Lava Spike. Another Lava Spike. Okay. So, I think we're on chump blocker duty from this point forward, unfortunately. Black Ultimate Guard 200 flip case is down 31% on Amazon right now, or it was 33 USD. Use Boulder 80s from Ultimate Guard for all your decks. I really like consistently using the same sleeves across all my decks, because then if I have multiple decks and the decks share cards, I can have proxies that are sleeved, and then I can just swap the sleeve proxies across, and then all of my deck boxes have always got all the cards they need for me to pick up and play a casual game at the kitchen table. And before any tournament, I have all my decks on me. I can go, oh yeah, quick flick through what's proxied, what's not. Find out what I'm doing. Alright, let's suck this canopy. Dude, what is with these fucking draws, man? This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Ugh. We didn't have like ethereal armor here for a good clock as well. What is okay for the price point? Boros Charm. Alright, dead to Boros Charm. New Line Boulders is made of recycled plastic. That's definitely a plus. What about playmats? Where do you guys get your playmats from? Alright, we're never drawing anything that isn't land there, so that's very unfortunate. Bring in some paths, possibly. Force of Vigor might be a bit too much here. Take out Core Spirit Dancer. Probably take out a Cartouche, and this should be fine. Boros Charm is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Daybreak Coronet's also pretty good. Ultra Pro Solids for $12 on Amazon. Force of Will plus Caster Chronicle playmats. So, Pirate John, you like Force of Will playmats. That's pretty spicy. I don't mind that. Let me know. Do you guys know anyone, or would you say the vast majority of players, if they would have a Force of Will playmat, would they be on a control deck? Because the person sitting across them from the table at a tournament, never seen them before, let's say it's a GP, you'd probably assume it's a control deck, but then they could be next leveling you and pretending to be on a control deck when actually they're in an aggro deck. All playmats at your local game store have artwork on them, which makes them more expensive. Yeah, we have We have some people that do custom artwork for our local game store playmats as well. And they actually do a pretty good job. I definitely respect it. 100% a control player. Oof. I've got... Sounds sucks. These lands deal continuous damage to us here. We don't have life gain. The path is like kind of nice, but I don't like the continual damage. This doesn't have a good clock because we have 3 damage. Alright, I guess we keep... Oh wait, we don't have a fucking land. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's just concede and go to the next game. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even want to win here. Obviously. Mainly, as a poker player, so you always try to give away as little info as possible, so you use solid colors for your stuff. Fair. Hey, Horizon Canopy to hand. Opponent helps us. Alright, Bogle, Umbra, pass. Alright, Daybreak, and we can do something. I used to play a poker BDC. I have not played poker in a very long time. My friend's going to have some at his house recently, though. He was recently explaining to me that poker's been, like, essentially reinvented by mathematics. Because... Interesting. Oh, a lot of creatures, then. No attacks for my opponent. Interesting. Yeah, because previously, due to like just bluffing and things, the best seat was always last seat. Last person to get action at the table. And now apparently the best seat is, from mathematics standpoint, big and small blind, because dollar cost entry average to each hand is mathematically makes you a higher percentage to win. For your day job, you work as a mathematician. Sick, man. Well, we just like top deck the Daybreak on our no green mana hand. So we've actually just bullshitted our way to victory here, while our opponent's tapped out. What sort of mathematics do you do, BDC? Alright, so here definitely Force of Vigor on the draw is good for the risk of Eidolon the Great Revel being very detrimental to us. I think I might take out these Spirit Mantles because they're a little bit slow. I might take out one Dramoka's Command for the other Cartouche. You're a game theorist. Oh, cool. So do you do consultant work for lots of companies? You work a lot in economics and stock market behavioral analyticals. Oh, cool. Fair. Mulligan. Yeah, keep. Bottom the Dryad Arbor, although it's only green card in hand for Force of Vigor. We need to bottom it in this spot. Someone guide and attack. Ethereal Armor on top. I love to see that. Let's go. Alright, we'll deal 4 damage to ourselves in an effort to help our opponent, and then we'll be good. Do you integrate stock buying and investment strategies into Magic the Gathering purchases? I mean, I've got a hot tip, people. Living End and Eldrazi Tron. Those are my Magic stock market decisions. Alright, so we're on blocks this turn, and then we can attack with Daybreak next turn. We have a way to kill Eidolon the Great Revel. Are we just dead here? We are. Alright. Razor Edge ticket to hand. Very nice, very nice. Man, we fucking suck. Wait, are we... Oh, we're still alive? He dealt 1 damage short? Okay, never mind. Okay, lucky the computer is counting and not me. Because I would have thrown that. You do buy magic cards with the intent of making profit. You do try and save money when you buy cards to play, not to make money with. Goblin Guard trigger. We reveal Glade Cover Scout. We're going to be cracking before our next turn. I guess technically we block the guard at this point. Opponent can bolt his own guide to deny us gaining life. Okay. We can live here. Talking about strategies to minimize cost while fleshing out a collection of playables. That's how we do it. Alright, destroy Coronet and then if we just destroy Coronet, our creature will deal 4 damage to us. We'll go to 1. We'll have 4 damage to crack our opponent back with. We draw a Glade Cover Scout. We're not winning. So we have to kill Griffspoon as well and shuffle. I think. Alright, well this sucks. The moment, like, if anything goes up in value, you probably just want to, in my opinion, oh, we still kill his creature? Okay, there's some weird antics here. We keep our creature. It's very odd. I don't know. Is this bugged? Would deal damage to you this turn. So I misread that the whole time. Guess technically Dryad Arbor will do. We draw a Bogle. Amazing. You only focus on cards you want to play with, so I would consider myself very bad Magic collector. That is fair. Yeah, I completely misread Deflecting Palm. I'm an absolute monkey. No wonder why it didn't work in the other league when I was playing it. That would be why. We can't really block with this scout, so we might as well attack, and if our opponent kills us, they kill us. You don't trade or sell anything anyway, so you don't consider yourself a bad Magic collector as well. I liked buying like modern staples that were cheap, but our opponent's just passing to us. I'll take it. Just crack the canopy, see what we can find. Ethereal armor. Not bad. So if we put that on a creature, that's 1 off lethal. Attack with both scouts, he only has to block 1 creature. I think we'll just make 1 big guy here. I'll probably be selling some of my modern collection soon though. With the rate they're printing cards, I'm not convinced everything's going to stay where I want it to be for a while. You'll tell your dear. Mainly enjoy playing Magic, not really the financial aspects of it. Day job deals with money, so you try to avoid thinking about it with your hobbies. Entirely fair. Cool. Opponent draws amazingly well. Tell your GF she has increased 15 times in value since you bought it. Oh, you tell your GF a card has increased 15 times since you bought it. She'll say, that's fantastic, honey. If you're ever going to sell it, rolls eyes. Never. All right, well, I learned something about Deflecting Palm today. I did not know that was how the card worked. The cost of a match. And we absolutely could have gained life ban. That's so annoying. We should have won that. If we knew how the game worked. We do not, though. I'm probably going to look to sell my Force Negations if they haven't tanked too much. I expect them to have tanked a little bit after it got announced that they were reprinting it. Wrecked by Deflecting Palm? Wrecked by Arrow and Force of Vigor. And we found our next match. Oh, non-foil Force of Negation is still like $75. That's fine. I'm happy selling them at that. And foil is still like $380. Okay. I'm gonna just list those bastards for sale. You open a stamped Tarmogoyf from your first pack of Modern Masters back in the day, and that paid for your Bogles deck. Hey, at least you sold it because the cost of Tarmogoyf has gone down into the gutter since A, the printing of Fatal Push, and B, the 6 other reprints that Tarmogoyf has gotten. Match number 4, Lost to Darrell versus Artem 76. See if we can scrape back some 50 play points here. Not with this hand, we can't. Opponent replies, hi mate, you too. Very Australian or British thing to say. Alright, our luck is we mulligan to 4 cards. Bottom. I think I like keeping fetch land. What if you could play Mono Blue Ponza for $11? Fold used stamped Tarmogoyf for $480. Jesus, man. I'm pretty sure I bought a play set for about that. I think I bought them for like $70 to $90 each. Coronet on top. Just wait, we're versing Mono Blue Living End here. We're just going to get absolutely rolled all night. No, we're versing the Emrakul combo deck. No Storm? Oh, we're versing a Storm player who thinks they can just go off here. How good. Main deck pieces of the puzzle. That's normally a sideboard card. Brow. So he puts Sleight of Hand and Serum Visions to hand there. And, drum roll, we brick on land. Attack. Play the Hyena Umbra here. With the amount of prowess running around, he could have main deck anger, so playing around that is slightly better than playing the Ethereal Armor, in my opinion. We're probably just dead either way, though. Never been a Jum player, so you were fortunate not shell out $600 for a playset back in the day. Well, original Future Sight Tarmogoyf still goes for that, right? Your favourite printing is always the pre-release stamp foils. Glad to see the most sought after printing. See, it's not the most sought after printing. Yeah, I agree with you, John. I actually like that printing, personally, which not a lot of people do. Normally they prefer the natural foil or like, I guess the fancy foil. Our opponent's comboing off here. I'm just going to run to the bathroom while they do this because we're pretty screwed. Oh no, we were AFK. Our opponent has, I guess if they have Empty the Warrens, we're screwed. They have mana anyway. We put Grape Shot and Mana Morphos down there. So I'm counter 5, so I didn't even cast that much before we AFK'd. Future Sight printing goes for like 50-ish. Really, that's pretty cheap. The cheapest Goyf is like $26 now, man. That's died so hard. You want the Retro Frame Blood Moons, but you doubt they'll be printed in Modern Horizons 2, maybe as a promo? Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, John. Blood Moon's seen a lot of printings. They're going to want to save like some modern staples for future sets because they've seen that the... oh, they've got Past in Flames here. We're just dead. They've seen that the Boomer border is what sells right now, right? So they're going to continuously trickle in Boomer sets from now on. I think Future Sight foil Tarmogoyf though is like $600. Storm count of like 17 here. Excuse me, guys. Don't want to spend money and dollars on the dark copies. Alright. Gets us to exactly 0. Look at him go. Jund is still expensive because Ren and 6 are $100 each and Lily still goes for $100 each. Yeah. You could always just play the Jund Death Shadow deck instead though. That's a lot cheaper. I'm not sure what the green creature with level up on it goes for these days though. You can run that or Swift Sphere depending on what you want to do. How are you losing matchups back to back, man? I don't know. Because I'm playing bad decks, I would probably say. So we want Rest in Peace. Usually we'd board in Graveyard Hate and also Leyline of Sanctities to protect ourselves, but yeah, we don't have Leyline in this list, hey. Want Rest in Peace, Damping Sphere, Garrock Tig. Suppression Field is lame. Dromoka's Command is like probably better than Path to Exile because it kills a creature without giving them a land. So I think we actually leave those copies in. I'll take out things that are slow like Spirit Mantle. Of course, Spirit Dancer could potentially win us a match, but like we're gambling they don't have Lightning Bolt or Gut Shot essentially, and that's probably a pretty high gamble. I might just take out Spirit Mantle, a Spider Umbra, and 2 Sentinel's Eyes. We'll keep our flying in here because if they go for Empty the Warrens, it's going to be useful. Hex Drinker, 28 to 40, you imagine? Yeah, that's a lot more than what I paid for it. I need to shift those on. Totem Armor is the most soul-crushing mechanic to you, man. Totem Armor is so outdated. I'm not sure if Bogles is even going to be a deck worth playing once Modern Horizons 2 is released. We keep this. It's sort of a little bit weak, but we'll keep it. Make Hexproof Shroud again? Yeah. I mean, it's not quite going to work because we're not going to be able to target our own creatures either, John, but I think you know that. I will say, though, there's been 3 sideboard cards spoiled, which the Bogles could utilize and which would be really good in our sideboard. The first of which I was whinging about on Tuesday was Seal of Cleansing. The Seal of Cleansing has been spoiled, is being released. All of that. That's pretty spicy. And then there's like the green 2 mana card with like a million modes. And the Anti-Tron card at 2 mana as well. I'm excited about those cards, but, you know, I'm just not excited about the direction Modern has been progressively taking over time. The power level is crazy. It feels a lot like they're going to unban artifact lands as well. So the other spoiler, Verdant Command. 2 mana green instant. Target player creates 2 tapped 1/1 green spiral tokens. Counter target loyalty ability of the Planeswalker. That'd be really good. Exile target creature from a graveyard. Target player gains 3 life. Why don't double tops? Oh, there's one other thing as well. You watch this channel to learn how to better fight Bogles players. Yeah. I mean, as you can see, it's probably not hard, John. we lose to ourselves by misreading Deflecting Palm, right? Electromancer. Modern gets too bad for Bogles. Always play them in Pioneer and Pauper. Yeah, I mean, maybe Heroic and like Historic. Does anyone even play Pioneer anymore? Isn't that format dead? After people did way too many gross things. Nah, you feel the new balanced artifact lands are a statement that the old ones aren't ever coming back? Are you sure? Because I don't reckon the artifact bad lands would be that bad in Modern. Unlike the Mox. Like, the Mox cheated a land drop each turn. And the artifact lands are just dead to Stony Silence and Collector Oof. They can't tap at all. There's a definite cost to playing them. And they don't have Indestructible. For fuck's sake, our opponent just has everything here. So, I might actually... If I give him double Ritual to hand, he's definitely going to have mana to flash back Past in Flames. He'll go Ritual for 1, float 3, Ritual for 1, have 5 mana, Past in Flames for 3, and go off. If I give him Manamorphose and Past in Flames to hand, and he has no other ways to ramp mana, he can Manamorphose to 2 mana, and then he's dead on the Past in Flames. So I think Ritual Grave. Our opponent is pausing for a long time here as if he just stuffed up or something. What do you guys think of the new Planeswalker that is also a creature? and can come in off of Collected Company, Ether Vial, Chord of Calling, Eldritch Evolution. I'm like a little bit scared about that. Seems a bit wild. Oh, he just has it anyway? Oh, fuck's sake, man. Why are you even pausing? Why are you even pausing? Alright, we're 1-4. Hooray. Oh, we'll play out the last match to try and end this on like a positive note. We could actually go genuine 0-5 here. It's still 1-2% of the metagame, but it being a competitive deck is gonna be... It's been progressively going into the toilet. Did you see the 3-mana Eldrazi creature, which... Was it indestructible or uncounterable? And it was in 3-mana Eldrazi, which gave you a 3/3 that anthemed your other Eldrazi's? You feel it's better in EDH with Phyrexian Dreadnought and Merrin Commander. Artifacts or Bogles, John? I guess a quick Google will answer that for me. Oh, Merrin of Clan Neltoth. Phyrexian Dreadnought. When it comes into play, sacrifice any number of creatures with total power of 12 or more, or bury Phyrexian Dreadnought. A 1 mana 12/12? Is this modern legal? Oh, the Planeswalker Gist. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Alright, match number 5. Won the Dire Roll versus Kumi. Gonna be on the play. Gonna mulligan down to Oblivion. Opponent is currently 0-1 and no information. I guess we keep this one. Bottom a Horizon Canopy and keep everything based. I think Bogles needs another high impact card like Luris that will shoot it back up. No. Imagine how good cards being legal and modern. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's not legal. Gotcha, man. Bogles needs better enchantments. I was talking about it with my friend today, and he was saying we need an enchantment that gives stats, because you can't afford not to have stats here, and has something like an upgraded version of Totem Armor that reads something along the lines of the next time, like, once this enchantment is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return all permanents that left the battlefield this turn onto the battlefield tapped, exile this enchantment. I like the idea of having like a Spell Pierce type effect in Bogles as well. So or like a Trick Bind or Stifle effect in Bogles. You can sack an aura and counter something with CMC equal to the creature's power. Updated Totem Armor would be nice, or reoccurring Totem Armor would also be nice. Play the Windswept Heath here, play around our opponent. Having Liliana of the Veil will sack into a Dryad Arbor. Liliana of the Veil. There he is. He's making us sack a creature, really? Does he not know? He does not. Like this. Wow, we are just drawing fucking dead, aren't we? Jesus, man. Kill our opponent's Lily, attack them. Holy shit, these card draws are pathetic. Lazef the Multifurious. Did I look up the wrong Lazef before? Nice temples, yeah. I mean, they're great. Imagine if we, you know, fixed modern somehow. Alright, let's like slow roll this Luras here. A little bit longer. Croxer, yeah, you can get our last temple, our 4th temple into the grave. Thank you, opponent, for helping us. Maybe they're out of lilies, though. Rain in 6. No lands to return. 2 cards in hand. Good, good, good. Attack our opponent. Get that lily protection. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyards to Croxer. Finally. Alright. Does that win us the game or not? We can put our opponent to 1. Let's put our opponent to 1. Opponent concedes. Okay. So now we have to verse Jund without any Leyline of Sanctity, which is pretty horrifying. We'll bring in Rest in Peace. We'll take out Dramoka's command. We could potentially bring in Suppression Field and get them, though it's less good on the draw. Need to start running Keen Sense with all my bad draws. The problem is Keen Sense doesn't have 1/1. If Keen Sense was Curious Obsession, I would 100% play it if it just gave a stat. We can't afford to play auras without stats. Modern's like way too fast for that. Let's bring in 2 Suppression Fields over 2 Spirit Mantles. I just got a feeling. Remove some land and add some sideboard card, and then I mulligan to no landers. I know people normally remove land against attrition-based decks like Jund, but I can't bring myself to do it here. Mulligan. Keep. Everyone get ready for the wonderful card. Let's keep Griffspoon here. Ditch the Rancor. Get ready for the wonderful card that is Inquisition of Kozilek. No Inquisition of Kozilek. Holy shit. Well, we want to play around Liliana of the Veil still, so we'll leave Windswept Heath in hand for a future Dryad Arbor. Croxer. Good find. Really good find. Why does it jump my fucking thing around like that? I wonder if there's a way to disable that. I think we play Windswept Teeth here. You don't like doing it either, as long as your top decks are better than theirs, you're fine discarding? Yeah. It can stay where it is. Good draw. Bloody good draw. Nullhide Fairlocks uses all abilities until this is the one that enters the battlefield, right? I don't think he has Plague Engineer, or else he would have played it. Let's play out our Bogle here. He's sort of just holding up like an Assassin's Trophy. We could get like Assassin Trophy into Blown Out, but then we could reload on Spirit Dancer as well. Plague Engineer could blow us out if they remove the Hyena Umbra. I don't want to lose my land here to Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push, so I'm not going to fetch the Dried Arbor in that spot. Thoughtseize. Fucking, what are these draws, dude? Raging Ravine's going to be able to block us pretty hard soon. Opponent now can play Croxer, so we should get white mana and then cast Bogle and Spirit Dancer and not lose value to Croxer. Should have gotten Arbor maybe? Yeah, potentially. Yeah, so it comes to the battlefield instead of going to the graveyard. Bloodbraid into Plague Engineer. Swell. Goodbye, our Bogles. See if we can randomly change some auras off the top of our library here. Oh, he's got the Fatal Push as well? Fucking yikes, man. What are these fucking draws, man? This is pathetic, dude. Holy crap. At least we're up a game, but yeah, this is big yikes. Another Bloodbraid Elf into Liliana of the Veil, probably. Liliana's Triumph. Why are you playing Liliana's Triumph, man? Why? How is this good right now? Take 8. It's an aura. And we're dead to Bloodbraid Elves next turn if our opponent realizes. 3 temples incoming. Yep, I'm ready to receive. It's not that good though. I don't know. Maybe it's like tech for Hex Drinker. That is like so stupid, man. And that's a showing of why Suppression Field is potentially bad in this matchup. I still think I like it mostly. Minus a Griffspoon. We've seen the Plague Engineers now as well. See if we can land screw him. Triumph is spicy because it hits Auriok Champion and Bogles. Oh, Auriok Champion. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, nobody really cares about Bogles because it obviously just loses to everything. Great hands. As always, never kept a 7 in his life. Aura 6. Aura 5. GG. GG. Well played. Need to put 3 cards on the bottom here. Let's keep our land drops. Whatever. Super fucked against discard. Oh, no discard yet. In with a shot into Griffspoon here. If he didn't have discard this turn, I don't expect him to have it next turn. He could have Croxer. I think we just attack though. Ken Burbeck, how you doing, man? You've never lost a match playing as Bogles? Have you never played a match as Bogles, dude? Played one match and retired? Kenny, you'll be happy to know I got my computer sorted. It's running at much more normal temperatures now. It's still at like 58 degrees, but it's not up at 80, so that's good. The CPU, that is. I think my water cooler was working properly, so I've swapped to the stock fan cooler, and I'm going to reflush the coolant through my water cooler. You never played a match as Bogles. I called it, man. I called it. I know where you were going with that. Good old Plague Engineer. Name's Dryad. I guess we're not getting our Dryad Arbor now, people. It feels like he's setting up for a Liliana effect here. Let's preempt that and start cycling, looking for a creature. Coroner is good, but probably not going to do anything against our opponent. Cartouche is probably what we're looking for in this spot. So now he needs land plus removal in Liliana. I mean, the next problem is going to be getting League of Legends back running because my computer froze while it was installing and now I can't uninstall it properly and I need to find a new way to uninstall it. 1 damage off killing my opponent. Amazing. We don't want rest in peace here. I hate my life. How is tutoring, Ken? Did you just like mono Liliana Triumphs now? Oh, that good, huh? Tamagotchi kind of makes me want to play Rest in Peace. If he plays a second, we definitely do. Okay. Now we just have to Rest in Peace and lose all our Luris value. We're out on time to put Luris to hand, and yeah, we'll do this instead. It's going to be a hard game to win from here, but we'll see. Malmstrom Pulse. Yeah, ease up, Turbo. Beats Renin 6 though? Yeah, next level. He's literally shooting us with the Renin 6 there. I mean, we play a Bogle and it's just too late. He's got too much damage here. Alright, cool. Well, we go 0-5. We go literal 0-5. We could have got a win against the Burn opponent. If we didn't misplay around the Deflecting Palm. But to be fair, they also misplayed the Deflecting Palms. So if they played it right and we played it right, then, you know. Oh, tutoring was fine. That's good to hear. I'm not sure it's the real metagame where we'd want Dramoka's command in the main deck. I think I'm almost happy to remove that from the list entirely. You're probably better off upping on Sentinel's Eyes, Cartouche, and a Spirit Dancer. And that's probably a better list. Maybe some main deck Path to Exiles. Also see Discord. Alright, I'll jump across into Discord in a sec. I'm about to finish up streaming. He's going through a practice test for maths on Tuesday. Makes sense. Q pack up, Pirate John. Man, it's freaking like 10:15 here. It's my bedtime, dude. I'm going to be jumping off now. You should be able to watch back and watch me lose on burn, though, if you want to rewind the stream. That should work pretty fine. I might see if I can do a later stream or like an early stream on a weekend at some point. And then you can catch me a bit earlier. Also, I didn't get the Discord up and running yet because, you know, life. My computer kind of died, which didn't help. Running at like 80, 85 degrees and randomly crashing. Not great. Yeah, the sideboard I don't like. It needs a rework as well. Maybe in this list we want Leyline of Sanctity because we don't have Force of Negation, but that's... We'll work that out another time.